What the fact?
In order to keep Nazis away, a Polish doctor faked a typhus outbreak. This strategy saved 8,000 people. Joe Arity had an IQ of 46 and is known as the happiest prisoner on death row. He went into the gas chamber with a smile. It turned out he was innocent. The youngest pope in history was Pope Benedict IX, who was 11 years old at the time of election. He is also the only person to have been the pope more than once. In World War II, Germany tried to collapse the British economy by dropping millions of counterfeit bills over London. Playboy has been publishing Braille versions of their magazine since 1970. However, no pictorial representations are included. The color red doesn't really make bulls angry. Bulls are colorblind. 65% of autistic kids are left-handed, and only 10% of people in general are left-handed. Herringfish communicate by using flatulence. Until 2016, the Happy Birthday song was not for public use, meaning prior to 2016, the song was copyrighted and you had to pay a license to use it. When mice live in the wild, they typically only live for about 6 months. This is mostly due to the fact they have so many predators. However, in a controlled environment like being kept as a pet, they can live up to 2 years. There's a punctuation mark used to signify irony or sarcasm that looks like a backwards question mark. During the cremation process of a 500-pound body, the corpse was so obese that it set the crematorium on fire. Research has found flossing your teeth can help your memory. Flossing prevents gum disease, which prevents stiff blood vessels, which cause memory issues. When George Washington died, Napoleon gave a personal eulogy and ordered a 10-day mourning period for France. The Hobbit has been published in 2 editions. In the first edition, Gollum willingly bet on his ring in the riddle game.
ChrisTopProgram.com, home to No Name the Dark Web Serial Killer, Rideshare Stories, and What the Fact.
What the fact?
For nearly 60 years, Texas didn't have an official state flag between 1879 and 1933. During that time, the Lone Star flag was the active but unofficial flag. A wildlife technician, Richard Thomas, took the famous tongue twister, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood, and calculated a rough estimate of what the answer would actually be. It came out to be around 700 pounds. Red Solo cups are a common souvenir to bring back from the United States. The novelty comes from the cups being used in many party scenes in movies. Swedish meatballs originated from a recipe King Charles XII brought back from Turkey in the early 1800s. Ben & Jerry's has an online flavor graveyard for their 10 discontinued ice cream flavors. Scientists discovered sharks that are living in an active underwater volcano. Divers can't investigate because they'd get burns from the acidity and the heat. There are times when Pluto is actually closer to the Sun than Neptune. One of these timelines was from 1979 to 1999. There's a town in Nebraska called Manoe, with a population of 1. The only resident is a woman who is the mayor, bartender, and librarian. The Ethiopian calendar is 7.5 years behind the Gregorian calendar due to the fact that it has 13 months. China is spending $3 billion to build panda-shaped solar farms in order to get more young people interested in renewable energy. Yeah, I know in America, every time a kid with an iPhone sees a panda, they stop texting immediately. The average American child is given $3.70 per tooth that falls out. To properly write adjectives in order, you would list them by amount, value, size, temperature, age, shape, color, origin, and material. Scotland was one of the few countries able to hold off being conquered by the Romans in 1st century AD. I Will Always Love You was originally written and recorded in 1973 by Dolly Parton. It was written as a farewell to her mentor of 7 years.
What the Fact is a Chris Top program production.
What the fact? The Chris Top program listened to by at least 3 people worldwide.